It's an island playground for both adventurers and ecologists. A place full of surprises. Hey Adam, I think we made it.
An oasis.
And rewards for hikes well done. Almost there.
I'm refreshed just looking at it.
It's worth the hike?
Definitely worth the hike.
This is Santa Cruz Island, the largest of California's 8 channel islands. It's home to gigantic sea caves, steep cliffs, and dramatic vistas. Make no mistake about it, this is rugged terrain. The Nature Conservancy's Rick Wiles wouldn't be anywhere else.
This is, I think, one of the most beautiful places on this planet.
The Nature Conservancy is a non-profit environmental group that owns, well, more than half the island. It manages it alongside the U.S. Park Service, which allows camping in some locations. I'm told it's about the size of Manhattan. True or false?
Yeah, it's about the size of Manhattan. It's a lot less crowded than Manhattan, though. You may have noticed. Yeah.
77 miles of coastline surround the island, which is the most biodiverse of all the Channel Islands. It's also the only place to see the island scrub jay and the endangered Santa Cruz Island fox.
There's a lot of critters out here, island endemic critters that exist nowhere else but right here on Santa Cruz Island.
In all, more than 1,000 species of plants and wildlife call this place home. So from high peaks with a view to rocky beaches with crashing waves, this island draws explorers who want to get away from it all.
You know, there's a lot more to Santa Cruz Island than meets the eye.
Not too long ago, the entire island's ecosystem almost collapsed until ecologists jumped in to save it.
It might not look like it now, but in the not-too-distant past, Santa Cruz Island was an island in trouble.
The island fox population was about ready to blink out. The bald eagles were extinct.
The outlook wasn't a good one when the Nature Conservancy inherited the island back in 1978. So what happened? 1. A pesticide dumped into the ocean decades before had made its way up the food chain. Its effects made birds' eggshells too thin to hatch, and the bald eagle went extinct. Then, the island fox almost did the same. Biologist Christine Bossier says that's thanks in part to the golden eagle that moved in.
Island foxes existed without predators for many hundreds of years. So when golden eagles came up to the island foxes didn't know how to react to that predation, and their numbers dwindled very, very quickly.
But it wasn't just the wildlife in trouble, it was the very island itself.
So 10 months ago, this was just a pasture.
Right, exactly. It had all been filled in, and there were corrals here and no ponds at all.
This is a far cry from 200 years ago, when this was the largest wetland in all the Channel Islands.
When Europeans first came to the islands, they engaged in ranching, and mostly cattle ranching, sheep ranching.
You could see some of the island's history in these old buildings.
All this used to be part of the island's cattle ranching days.
And these wetlands used to be pasture.
Now, the Nature Conservancy and the U.S. Park Service are working together to bring it back.
This is a joint project between the National Park Service and the Nature Conservancy, and we work very closely together on all the restoration and all the weed work and everything that goes on the island.
It's teamwork that's working. Water now fills these ponds again.
There's a little tree frog in here. He just hopped out of the mud and he's kind of hiding down here.
Meanwhile, the bald eagles are soaring again above the island, and the island fox population is on its way back.